Hey guys, thank you very much for joining me. Now, I thought I would give you a look at the other big Clone Wars vehicle that I picked up recently. My previous video was on the AT-TE, so if you haven't seen that, make sure you check out that video after watching this one. And again, this is I found this brand new in box, and very happy to add it to the collection. Now, just quickly before I get into the unboxing, one thing I didn't know, I actually did a little bit of research for once before making this video, and apparently this design was originally created for The Empire Strikes Back. The walkers weren't going to be walkers; they were going to be rollers. So very interesting that they one, that they didn't go with that, and secondly, that they picked it up for the prequel trilogy. Anyways, let's get on. I'll give you a closer look at the box first, and then we'll get on to the unboxing. So this vehicle was originally released in 2009, and as with the AT-TE packaging, I really like it, the white background. So it's got an exclusive gunner figure and a speeder bike. Top of the box, I think that image is reused pretty much over the whole box. Yeah, it looks pretty cool, but the bottom of the box, very plain, as you can see there. There's that same image from the top of the box, and once again, and on the back it shows off all the features, the play features. So I've got various cannons and firing projectiles. Thank God they weren't using Nerf back then. Shows you off some of the more other vehicles that were around at the time. Shows you the speeder deploying, covered in clone troopers. So yeah, it looks like a lot of fun. Alright, let's crack this thing open. So it's packed in really tightly. I will open it up, assemble it, and then give you a closer look in the collection room. So there you have it, one fully assembled turbo tank. There wasn't too much involved. You just had to pop on the wheels and a couple of the cannons on top, and then I think a couple of doors as well. So very basic assembly, and it looks fantastic. So of course it comes with instructions and stickers, which I am not going to apply right now. Not too many stickers, which is good, because applying stickers sucks. Again, a really nice, even though it's only an instruction manual, I know, but really nice quality looking little booklet. Unlike the flimsy folded instruction pamphlets we get these days. Showing all the features and the sound effects. And here's a closer look at the included figure. I think this figure might have been released elsewhere, but the paint job in this one is exclusive to this included figure, I believe. I may be wrong. And it's that scrawnier sort of Clone Wars style of trooper as well. It's not quite fully super articulated. It's got pretty good articulation, but it doesn't have the ball hinged hips, just swivel hips. And he also comes with his standard clone blaster pistol, blaster rifle, whatever you want to call it. So the actual vehicle looks fantastic. The colouring is very similar to the AT-TE, I guess, as you would expect. Just all the little panels and everything sculpted into the detail of the main body, and then there's a few panels painted different colours. They really, I know I banged on about this in the AT-TE video, but they really were producing top quality vehicles back then. They really were. It's got those red markings similar to the other Republic vehicles. So I'll start off on top. Now this is meant to. This vehicle isn't to scale, like none of the 3 3/4 inch vehicles are, but this one probably suffers the most. So this is meant to be like a troop lookout post type thing. On the actual movie version, this little section is on a really tall, skinny pole, but obviously you can't recreate that in toy form. So yeah, that's cool enough play feature. I'm sure the kids would love. Yeah, in the front, in I guess what you'd call the cockpit or the driver's section, you can fit 3 troopers in there. They have little, they each have their own little display panels. Oh, sorry, only 2 troopers in there. You can only fit 2 troopers in there. And pre-applied stickers on those display panels, which is handy. Yeah, in the centre there's another sort of troop section. Heaps of pegs in there so you can stand plenty of troops in there, and more sort of display panels, that sort of thing. Pegs on the flaps that fold open as well, so you can put a bunch of troops in there. Now the cannon on top is linked to that section inside, so you can have a trooper standing on the I guess the control section for the cannon, and there's a firing projectile. It's actually a laser cannon in the movie, but yeah, they've included a firing projectile on that. These things on the side, I think they're anti-personnel lasers. No firing projectiles there, but they do swivel, as you can see. Now we've got this section, there's one on either side that opens up, slides out, and it's got firing, what do they call them? Firing grenade rockets or something like that. I can't remember. Three per, and they fire independently. So that's really cool. 3 per side there, and they store away seamlessly. Yeah, down towards the rear, there's another opening hatch section, but there isn't a lot going on in there. I don't know what that is meant to be, but more foot pegs on those doors that open, so you can stand some troops on there as well. And down on the arse end, another cannon, another laser cannon that fires a projectile in toy form. And this section actually is supposed to separate. There we go. Nice little sculpted detail on the hatch that goes through to that section. So more pegs, so you could stand heaps and heaps of clone troopers on this thing. So essentially a playset. And so this, I think, in toy form, is meant to be just like another sort of little remote command center or something like that. I don't know, but I don't believe the actual movie version does this, but yeah, a cool little play feature as well. The sculpted detail on this thing all over is fantastic. It's actually quite difficult to remove. I keep thinking every time I've done it, I think I'm going to break it. And underneath, pretty plain. Not as detailed as the ATTE, but you can see some mechanical parts sort of sculpted into the section behind the wheels. That's what it looks like on top. So again, this does have electronics. Oops, I forgot about that. The the speeder bike stored away in that section and at the rear of the vehicle underneath. So you push that button on top up towards the front, and this thing comes racing out, and you get a sound effect as well. And it's a nice little bark speeder. Nice addition. It's been done quite well for what it is. Now, the rest of the sound effects are oh yeah, it's got some lights on the front. Hopefully they're showing up on the camera. There we go. Yeah, that one goes on forever. I think I probably should have read the instruction manual. I think if you press the buttons multiple times, you get different sound effects on it. I'm probably missing out on some of them. So that's really cool. Good quality sounding sound effects. Something we don't get in the vehicles these days. So there we have it, guys. The turbo tank, also known as the Juggernaut, a really well done 3 3/4 inch vehicle. Something that we saw on screen in not only the Clone Wars, but also Revenge of the Sith. I think we only saw it in the Battle of Kashyyyk, and we also saw a slightly different version in Rogue One. Apparently the Empire used them as prisoner transports, so that was really cool. Alright guys, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to comment, like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and as always, may the Force be with you.